Hello everyone, I'm Guillaume factory drivers for RTRC, and today I will show you basic things to check on your RTA V3 before hitting the track. Let's see.
In this video, I will show you 3 main things to check on your RTA V3. First, the central damper clearance. Second, making sure your rims don't touch the front arm. And third, checking that all ball caps move freely. First, you might notice that your central damper can sometimes touch the LiPo depending on the battery you are using, as shown by the red arrows. To fix this, remove the central damper and add a 1mm shims between the shock axle and the chassis. Do not forget to clean the screw and reapply thread locks before reinstalling it. Next, reinstall the center damper axle. Add a 0.5mm shims between the side damper brace and the 3mm ball. Once again, apply thread lock to the ball thread. Reinstall the central damper onto the chassis. As you can see, the damper no longer rubs against the LiPo. The second step is to prevent the front arms from rubbing against the rims, depending on the wheel you are using, without adding spacer between the hub and the axle. This helps maintain the correct front offset. We are going to carefully trim the lower arm using a hobby knife or scalpel. Be very careful during these steps to avoid injury. Work slowly and remove only a small amount of material. I recommend lightly sanding or smoothing the area afterward to give the arm a rounded finish. As you can see, the lower arm no longer touches the inside of the rim. Repeat this process on the other side of the front end. It's also possible for the upper arms to rub against the rim. To fix this issue, the exact same procedure can be applied to the upper suspension arm. First, remove the steering knuckles to give yourself more working space. Be extremely careful during this process to avoid injuring yourself. Only remove a very small amount of material to avoid weakening the part. Once finished, reinstall the steering knuckle and, as you can see, the upper arm no longer rubs against the rim. Repeat the same procedure on the other side of the front end. The third step is to make sure all ball caps move freely. Sometimes your linkage may feel a bit tight and not move smoothly. To fix this, use smooth gel player to avoid damaging the ball cap. This step is done in 4 stages. First, gently squeeze the ball cap onto the ball in this direction. Then, slightly rotate the pliers to work the cup diagonally. Repeat the same process on the other side. Finally, pitch the ball cap and rotate it around the ball. As you can see, the turnbuckle is now completely free. I highly recommend checking all the ball caps on your chassis to ensure optimal performance.